Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Stock Talk. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Julie and today I want to talk to you guys about SOFI. But before I do that, I want to take a look at the overall market. So you can see I have the SPY app which tracks the S&P 500 and we can see that it has made quite a bit of a downward spiral. We went from the highs of 479.98 all the way down to 436.55, and that is almost a 10% decline, which if you are familiar with the percentages in the stock market, you know that typically 10% is considered a correction and anything above 20% is considered a bear market. So we're almost in correction territory right here. Also, let's take a look at the Qs. So the Qs went all the way from 405 down to 350. So that is actually a 13.5% decline. So that is definitely officially in the correction territory. And again, if we hit 20%, then that is considered the bear market for the NASDAQ 100 because the Qs tracks the NASDAQ 100. Also, Netflix had earnings the other day. I'm not sure if you followed that. Even though they did beat their earnings, you can see that they expected to have 81 cents as an estimate and came in at $1.33. However, their projection for the future was lowered and that has brought down the stock quite a bit. It was down as much as 27%, but then did close at nearly at a 22% loss. So that's definitely going into the bear market. So there might be additional potential for the stock to even go down further. So just keep an eye on that. And then obviously with Netflix going down, it brought down the overall market too. So yeah, apparently there's always something else these days that brings down the market. But anyways, I wanted to talk about some good news here, which is about SOFI Technologies. So if you watched my videos before, you know I talked about SOFI before and I showed you the one-day chart. This is a really nice swing stock because usually it bottoms around $13, $14 and then it goes right up to about $24. Now it did recently drop down all the way down to $12, but then luckily it got some really good news and that brought the stock up quite a bit. It actually ran up as high as 37% to 1646, but then ended up closing at about 50% higher than the recent lows. So the news that I'm referring to is that SOFI finally got approval from the regulators that they can now become a national bank. So SOFI had previously announced that they were going to acquire Golden Pacific Bancorp. Now that they're approved to become a national bank, they can go ahead and complete this acquisition, and this should be happening sometime in February. So keep your eyes out on that. So once that happens, they will capitalize the bank with $750 million, and the bank will have 5.3 billion assets once a deal with Golden Pacific closes. And again, that's supposed to happen in February. And as we can see, based on this news, the stock rose up as much as 37%. So that's tremendous. Now, one of the main benefits they were talking about for SOFI to become a bank charter is that they will be able to lower its interest expense. So with that, they can actually pay down their debt that they were using to fund assets such as loans. Also, SOFI will be able to transfer all of their deposits in a cash management product. And additionally, having a bank charter will make it easier for SOFI to hold the loans on its balance sheets. And that's whether it means holding the loans for longer periods or just completing them. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but most fintech lenders, once they originate the loan, they actually sell them to big banks. And but when you are able to hold the loans, you can actually now collect interest on them. So now SOFI is able to do that. So they are able to profit from that because they can actually collect the interest. So I think overall, these are all great news for SOFI. Let's go right ahead and take a look at tip ranks and take a look at their price projection. So we can see that they have a low price target of $16 right over here, a high target of $30. And that leaves us with a medium target of $21.40, and that is a 54% upside potential from here. We have a moderate buy with 10 ratings, 7 say buy, 3 say hold, and 0 say sell. Now, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you know I like to sell puts to acquire stocks cheaper. So what I would typically do is take a look at the option chart. So right now I'm in the on March 18th for this year. I'm looking at the 12.50 strike price and we can see there's lots of volume and open interest here. So if you guys like SoFi as a company, but you think you want to acquire the shares even cheaper, you could sell the $12.50 strike for $138. For every one put that you guys sell, you would collect a premium of $138. So remember, you do have to have the equivalent amount of the strike, which is $12.50 times 100 in your account. So that would be $1,250 in order for you guys to sell the put. Otherwise, it's considered a naked put, and I definitely would not recommend doing anything naked, any naked calls, any naked puts. I'm a very conservative trader, but that's okay because I rather make incremental income and steady income and consistent income than hoping I'm hitting a home run. But anyways, so you could do that. You could even go out further. And we can see April, we have even higher calls. You know, if you feel comfortable, it's gonna go right above 15 again. You could even do the $15 strike, but some would say that's a little bit more risky. But again, if you do the $12.50 strike and then the premium, whatever the amount is that you collect for the premium, if you are assigned the shares because it did fall below your strike price of $12.50, then actually what they do is they subtract the value that you received in premium from the strike price, and that is going to be your true price for SoFi. So let's say you do the $12.50 strike and you collect $1.68. So then that would bring down your base price to $10.82. So that is pretty nice. I hope this video helped you guys out. As always, this is not financial advice. If you guys have an opinion on SoFi, whether it's positive or negative, let me know in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear other people's opinions. So be sure to hit that like button if you got anything out of the video, and consider subscribing to my channel. I greatly appreciate that, and I look forward to bringing you other great content. Until then, bye bye.